The purpose of this video is to remind you about some of the properties of complex numbers, and specifically to remind you that a complex number can be a solution to a quadratic equation. So to get started, let's just give an example quadratic equation. X squared plus 2x minus 15 equals 0. We're not going to go into the details, but this particular quadratic equation has the two solutions, 3 and negative 5. And if you're asked to illustrate that, let's say, negative 5 is a solution to the equation, all you do is take negative 5 and make a substitution for x in each location, carry out the details, and make sure that it is in fact equal to 0. So here we go. 25 plus negative 10 minus 15, that is 0. So we can be sure that x equals negative 5 is a solution of x squared plus 2x minus 15. Next, I want to remind you about the number which we refer to as I. I is the square root of negative 1. Now, here are 4 facts about I. I to the first is just I. I to the second, since I is the square root of negative 1, I squared is negative 1. I to the third, which is equal to I squared times I to the first, is negative 1 times I, so that is negative I. And I to the fourth, which is equal to I squared times I squared, will be negative 1 times negative 1, which is 1. Now the key thing for the purpose of this video is to recall that I squared equals negative 1. Now on to the specific example for this video. Suppose there is a quadratic equation, z squared minus 8z plus 20 equals 0. And you are asked to illustrate that 4 plus 2i is a solution of this quadratic equation. So all we need to do is to take the equation, make the substitution for z, 4 plus 2i squared minus 8 times 4 plus 2i plus 20, and we need to show that this is equal to 0. So first, it might be a good idea to write out twice 4 plus 2i, and on the second term distribute the 8 minus 32 minus 16i plus 20, and now distribute 4 plus 2i onto 4 plus 2i. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 2i plus 8i. Then distribute 2i. 2i times 4 plus 8i. 2i times 2i plus 4i squared minus 32 minus 16i plus 20. Now remember, I squared is equal to negative 1. So gathering up some like terms, 16 plus 8i is 16i. Remembering that I squared is equal to negative 1 makes this term 4i squared equal to minus 4, minus 32 minus 16i plus 20. Looking for like terms, we see there's positive 16i and negative 16i. That cancels to 0. And further we have 16 minus 4, that's 12. Subtract 32, that's negative 20, plus 20. Altogether 0. So we've shown that z equals 4 plus 2i is a solution of this quadratic equation.